Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Quarter Horse Customs. Well, I bought an engine. Yep. Oops. That wasn't in the budget. That's fine. So, we got Project Apocalypse over here, and we have the Reaper Stang over here. Reaper Stang is powered by a 387 cubic inch complete budget stroker build. Well, this right here is a 393 stroker. Now, close your eyes. Go way back, like 10 episodes ago. Not really. To that first video I posted of me in a gray coupe racing. That was the 387 stroker versus this exact 393. That's pretty comical, isn't it? So pretty cool. So he decided to go LS. He lost a good one. Hurts my heart. Someone's gonna put LS in a box. Anyway, we snagged this thing up for $700. So I don't know for sure. I got to do some playing around. I just got home. I just unloaded it. I mean, I literally just got it here. But if I can take this apart and take a look around, and everything comes out good, maybe we do a quick hone job in here. Maybe, just maybe, we might throw this and that for Hot Rod Drag Week. Got to do some playing around. I got to do some blueprinting, see what we can come up with. But without further ado, let's see what we got going on in here, whether it's even good. Well, I went ahead and saved you the liberty of watching me unbolt all the bolts. So let's just go ahead and pop off this oil pan, see what we got. Oh, no. Well, hey, look, there's no shiny.
Yes, that's right there.
Well, we got a couple dead flies. Dead ladybugs. So she definitely needs washed. But those are forged pistons. And those are not factory rods. So alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and type that part number in for them pistons and double check what they come on back to. This is already ruined, so let's bring you guys in here and see what we got going on here. So we got clearancing for days done in this one. A little bit more done than I did on my 387. But if you look down at these pistons, we got forge-ish. I don't know if these rods are forged. They might be. Don't know about the crank yet. Haven't found part number yet. Supposedly it is. And if that is, then we're going to spray this thing to the moon. Probably going to have to upgrade to ARP bolts because I don't like reusing those. But anyway, so in all honesty, I got really hyped because we got an oil pan and a pickup tube, which means that's half the battle for putting a 351 Windsor back in the Reaper Stang for the wife if we do use this motor.
So I looked at these pistons here. Part number is 1-3506-4030. They are forged aluminum 30 over pistons. Twisted wedge piston set, it says. 13 cc.
Or boost. Should we go boost? No, I was thinking about that the other day. If I'm going to build a drag and drive engine, I don't want to run boost because I don't want to have that boost running all the time, because the more power you put into a motor, the less reliable it is as terms of longevity. So, if the block can handle 1,000 horsepower and you run it at 1,000 horsepower, odds are it's not going to run at 1,000 horsepower for very long. So if we can get 500 naturally aspirated horsepower, then we can spray it to 800-900 horsepower. We'll probably get more life out of it than we would if we were just running balls to the walls all the time. So we got the oil pump out of the way. We got everything here. First thing you want to look at is you want to know where you're at and where you're starting and what's what. So we already know that the frontmost cylinder will always be number one. So up here is going to be number one. So I'm going to bring this around. I'm going to look on here. You want to see if your pistons and stuff are marked.
There's Mark 5.
Looks like the SO, maybe it's ground with a 1. I don't know. But I see there's little indents here on the top. Cylinder 1, 5. So we're going to go ahead and pop them out and see what kind of bearings we're looking at and see whether we have a good start. Off. A little wary. Looks like a piece of dirt got in there. Crank looks beautiful. These are some fancy smancy pistons. Look at, oh my goodness. Definitely need cleaned. Man, oh wow. Oh my God, they're full floating wrist pins. We don't have to press them out if we ever have to change pistons.
Oh.
We just pop those snap rings out, pop those out, and there you go. And they're eagle rods. Yeah, I mean, it looks like some dirt went through them. Standard size. So far, so good. All right, so far I've taken apart the entire thing. I found one micro little scratch right here that I can, if I force my fingernail on it, I can feel it. So we might do a polish, but I am not machining this thing. Bearing number 1. Yeah, piece of dirt went through there. No marks on the crank, so.
There might be a little bit right here.
A little polish.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be bad.
Nothing major. Bearing number 2. A little dirt. No wear, just dirt.
Yeah.
Bearing number 3. More dirt. They must have had some machining debris left in here when they assembled it, but no marks.
I can see, like, I can visually see it, but I can't.
It's nothing a polish can't just wipe right out. A lot of dirt went through this one.
That's probably the worst one. Oh,
And more dirt.
not bad.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, so far it looks like we need a very light polish. So I think we got ourselves the winners here, ladies and gentlemen. So one of the few things I did notice when I was looking in here is the cylinder walls probably need a hone because there is some marking where the skirt was slapping. And I'm going to explain why that was happening. So if you look on this piston, we have a very short piston. There's very little skirt here. So it allows for a little more rock of the piston, especially at higher RPMs. We won't really experience that much in the 387 because the piston we used has a much longer skirt. So that extra skirt's going to help keep that piston from rocking as much in the cylinder. Still a forged piston, just slightly different design. Also, another thing is these ring packs are really different. You have old school technology, new school technology. You know, the smaller rings are more and more popular nowadays. And this is a press-in pin. This is a full floating. So see those snap rings in there? This whole thing is just free in there versus this one. So if you look here, I can slide this side to side and those pins don't move. Whereas in this one, if I slide it side to side, that pin moves because that pin is actually pressed into this rod here. So that's one thing that's also different. And if you look at the 351 Windsor stock rod, you can see this big old parting line here is where it was cast and separated apart from the two casting sides. Whereas this forged rod has a lot smaller, hardly defined. We did look it up. It is a forged rod. So hopefully we can push a little bit more power out of this thing. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this section real quick. I just wanted to give you guys, you know, a little peek into what we got here. We're going to run some numbers, see what we got, make sure this is a forged crank before we go any further. That way I want to know what we got. I'm going to go inside and I'm going to run some numbers. We're going to see what we got, see how much it'd cost, whether it'd be cost effective to build this or just run that. I'm going to do some numbers. So, thanks for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Give me your ideas, and I'll see you next time.